Did you know that a single song once brought an entire battlefield to a strategic halt? I know it sounds improbable, but stick with me. This is the story of a simple yet powerful melody that momentarily altered the course of conflict and showcased the incredible influence of human connection, even in the direst of circumstances. You will never think of music the same way again when you hear this. It was the winter of 1914, during the grim early days of World War I. The Western Front, to be exact. The weather was punishing, with biting cold and relentless frost. Soldiers on both sides, British and German, were entrenched, quite literally, in a desperate standstill. The trenches, no more than a few hundred feet apart, were a place of muddy misery, rife with hunger, loss, and despair. Yet, amidst the chaos and carnage, something utterly unexpected happened. Something beautiful. It all began on the cold, clear Christmas Eve. A German soldier started singing, not shouting orders, nor uttering curses, but singing, clearly, almost serenely. The hauntingly familiar tune of Stille Nacht, or as many of us know it, Silent Night, floated into the air above the trenches. For a moment, the nightmare paused. Across enemy lines, British soldiers froze. The lyrics, though foreign, were instantly recognizable, their message universal. Peace, hope, humanity. What happened next defied logic, especially in times of war. British troops, not to be outdone, began singing back. They answered with their own rendition of Christmas carols. Both sides, in their respective languages, joined voices under the same melody. A ceasefire, entirely unofficial and born solely out of a shared moment of humanity, took hold. By the morning of December 25th, the silence of fatalities was replaced by the noise of something extraordinary: laughter. Soldiers from both sides emerged cautiously from their trenches, not to fire weapons, but to shake hands, exchange gifts, chocolates, cigarettes, and even badges, and to show photographs of their families back home. They even played a game of soccer, right there on the battlefield. Can you imagine that? Enemies turned into teammates, if only briefly. Though this centerpiece of goodwill became known as the Christmas Truce, its inception was music, an ancient and enduring connection, reaching across dividing lines that geopolitical maps insisted were insurmountable. And yet, while we remember this story fondly today, it's important to also recognize its fleeting nature. Soon, commanders on both sides resumed hostilities. Orders came to prevent such gestures in the future, as sharing humanity was seen as bad for morale in the long run. Think about it. Something as intangible as a song, a few notes drifting into the cold December sky, did what no treaty, general, or army could manage. For one brief moment, it made hundreds of men set aside their weapons, see each other as people, and step into an unspoken, fragile treaty. This historical anecdote might sound like an anomaly, but does it not remind us of the sheer potential of the arts to unite us, even when the odds are stacked against that unity? It's easy to dismiss music or art or literature as luxuries, but history again and again reveals these luxuries as humanity's most enduring bridge builders, wielding an influence that no bullet ever could. So, my question to you is this: how often do we underestimate the power of something as simple as a song? Can we learn from this to focus less on the divide and more on the harmony that unites us? Think about it. And next time you hear the first notes of Silent Night, remember the battlefield it once silenced and the hearts it managed to change, even if only for a day.